85% of every good political campaign is talking to voters. And that's, if I was running for something, it would be me talking to voters, and then it would be me recruiting 25 people, 5 in every part of the district, talking to voters, and then recruiting people who in languages that I do not speak to talk to voters and record robocalls and send out texting. The idea here, and I have studies on this, and it's definitely, if you look through the elections that people have been winning lately, if you do not talk to voters, you will not win. You absolutely need to talk to voters. And when you talk to them, you need to talk to them honestly and earnestly. Do not pay random people to knock on doors and go, "Hi, my name is Todd. I'm from Ryan Adams' campaign. Have you made your decision to vote?" "No, I haven't, Todd. Please go home. I've never heard of this guy. I have 1,400 pieces of mail from him." I have a folder right here, literally, of all the mail from races that I never read because I got so many of them in New York City. People want to raise money so they can do big, sexy TV ads, but big, sexy TV ads do not win races. Big, sexy mail pieces do not win races. You win races when you care. That is the long and short of it.
That goes against everything we hear, and big money donors who are they're ripping up the airways, they're spending money on television commercials, they're putting out mailers. It seems like it's very much a money game, but that's not what you're suggesting.
Well, it is a money game if you do not see the thing about lies is that lies only fill a void when there's a void to be filled. If you have not spoken to voters and someone says, "I heard that so and so, kicks puppies," if they know nothing about you, the first thing that they heard was, "I hear so and so kicks puppies," and they'll go, "That sounds kind of crazy, but he never knocked on my door." That race that I was talking about, where a billionaire had spent $1 million on TV ads to say that this guy hated the police. The ads, we did a whole study of this, and we found that the ads didn't work. People remembered them. People remembered his ads more than they remembered our ads about the candidate, but they didn't vote on them because everyone was going, "Oh, that guy doesn't hate the police. He was endorsed by the Police Benevolent Association of New York State. He doesn't hate the police. He passed the 9/11 responders bill." You can scream whatever you want about your opponent, but if it doesn't feel true because you've already had honest interactions with them, it doesn't work. People, to go back to what I was saying about people thought history had ended, we don't have to fight anymore. Politics became very lazy. Politics in the 90s and the early 2000s became this crazy, I've met those consultants who were big then, and so many of them are you put out the mail, you do the TV ad, you do the robocall, you could do these Facebook ads, but I don't care. That's not where the voters are. You got, they don't kiss babies because babies don't vote, but they will hella send you to a senior center because they think the only people that vote are seniors, and that's why they'll spend 25% of your budget on mail. And that's just not true. People who vote are people you engage. And if you think, there's this funny thing where a lot of old school consultants will say, "Well, that group of people don't vote." The Asian American.
Hint, hint, us, right? They ignore us. They're like, "Oh, you're under 40. You're never gonna vote."
Oh yeah, or they'll do it with ethnic groups. They'll be like, "Asian Americans don't vote," and someone said that to me, and I went, "Well, one, Asian American in New York City could be Korean, it could be Malaysian, it could be Chinese, it could be Japanese. That's there's a Spanish speaking people don't vote." Okay, cool. Who are you talking about?
That's a big umbrella term,
right?
Yeah.
That's some lazy nonsense, and they do that because they don't want to be engaged. And the thing that I would tell anyone doing anything right now, whether you're starting a business, whether you're running a political campaign, whether you're starting a nonprofit, because we need those too, you have to care more than you've ever cared before. And when you do, it will shine through because everyone else, all the big established people that you're fighting, they have gotten lazy. They have gotten lazy. And the only reason they suddenly care is because you have scared them now. And that, I worked on Jamal Bowman's congressional race. And I remember the beginning of that race, people were like, no one is going to beat Elliot Engel. The man is an institution. And then the more we did, the more the more they cared. And it wasn't, what did Elliot Engel say on that hot mic? I wouldn't be here if there wasn't an election. Woof.
Whoa, I remember that. Yeah.
He said it, and I just went, that's it. That is the confirmation of everything people believe is wrong with politics in one statement. And he deserves to lose. And he did.